Thank you. Guten Tag, everyone. It's lovely to be here. I arrived from the United States, Utah, with my family last Thursday, 26-hour odyssey. I have 5 children. The youngest is 2. I've almost recovered from that trip. I'll try hard not to be the brash, loud American. I've been told sometimes I talk too fast and I use too many superlatives. So I'm going to work on that while we give this amazing, wonderful, tremendous keynote speech. So my name, today we're going to talk about how IT leaders plan to modernize, revolutionize, and futurize their workforce, and then how that fits in with the partnership between Systemhaus and vendors. Go, clicker. There we go. So this is a little bit about me. My name is Michael Sharp. I was one of the co-founders of Jive Communications. That was a unified communications voice over IP solution that we delivered throughout most of North America and then into Latin America as well. We built it to almost 100 million in revenue and sold it to LogMeIn about a year and a half ago. I was the chief product officer of Jive, and I'm now the chief product officer for the unified communications and collaboration business unit inside of LogMeIn. And as of last week, I'm based in Karlsruhe, Germany. To set up this segment here, there's a few different reports and data sources that we're pulling from for this segment. One is a specific report that went out to about 750 or so Systemhaus, and we have some data that we can show back. Some of that you may have seen. The other piece of data is from a survey that LogMeIn commissioned with an analyst group called Ovum, where we surveyed about 2,100 CIOs to see what they thought on a variety of questions. And we're going to show some of the data here specific to how German CIOs responded to this trend. How do German CIOs plan to modernize, revolutionize, and futurize their workforce? So first, the top 3 priorities for CIOs in Germany. 59% want to see improved operational efficiency. 56% want to see lower costs. And 51% want to see improved customer satisfaction. No real surprises here. These type of responses tend to be fairly persistent year on year. But it's good to know that the people that many of you are selling to, these are the types of things that they're saying. These are the 3 highest ranked priorities. And the outcomes that they hope, specific now to UCC, and when we say UCC in this presentation, we'll be talking about unified communications and collaboration. So we're talking about IP telephone systems, IP telephone service, web conferencing, meeting products, video products, those types of things are what we mean when we say UCC today. So the top 3 outcomes that they hope to get, this response was a little bit more scattered. So you see the biggest one is only 34%. 34% we're hoping to improve employee productivity. 33% want to improve operational efficiency. And 33% want to improve workforce flexibility. And there's some commentary there around millennials entering the workforce and increasingly allowing for work from home scenarios that mesh with the modern workforce that we've talked about a lot at this Congress. On the specific topic of unified communications and collaboration, 85% of German CIOs ranked this as important or critical to overall business success. 85%. 71% indicated that they plan to increase their spend in this area in 2020. That's pretty powerful stuff. 85% important or critical, and 71% planning to increase their spend in 2020. But let's look at some of the barriers to UCC growth. They want to spend, 85% think it's critical, 71% of them are going to spend more. What can get in the way of that? What can block that spending and that investment that these German CIOs want to make into their organization and to their employees? Well, 33% talked about disparate tools. I have different platforms in my organization, and some of my employees are using this one over here, and some are using that one, and IT is promoting this one, and this department picked this other one on their own, and it's a challenge. When you have that fragmentation of the user experience and fragmentation of the collaboration experience, it gets really difficult to operate effectively inside an organization. Because your history, your content, your recordings, the metadata, who you talk to and when, starts getting fragmented. I had a boss a few years ago that even though, working for Jive Communications, we had great internal tools, his favorite way to communicate to me was on his personal cell phone number or by texting. And that was kind of terrible because that meant that all of those interactions were locked in a silo over here. Half of the time when I talked to my boss, I had to remember to go back to iMessages on my iPhone. And the other half of the time, it would be on our work chat or in work email. And this fragmented experience makes it difficult to stay in context and to stay in flow. The second piece there, 31% cite a lack of IT infrastructure. And that's a little bit broad. That can range from the network layer, that can range from insufficient Wi-Fi coverage across my business, but that can also range from the infrastructure from a people standpoint. Do I have the right people to deploy? Which is tied to this last one. 31% cite a lack of in-house skills as a major barrier to UCC growth. Now, when I saw this information, and I knew that I was coming to speak to a group of Systemhäuser, I got pretty excited because this is an opportunity for this group. This group and your teams and your employees, in many ways and with many other products, are already stepping up to fill gaps just like these. This is your raison d'être. This is why you're here as organizations, is to help your customers to effectively address these problems. So I was pretty surprised when I saw this next slide. This poll went out to, I think, about 720 or something. Of 922 projects in the last 24 months, only 11% were UCC projects. And this is a poll to Systemhäuser in Germany and German-speaking markets. So on the one hand, we have German CIOs that are telling us that 85% of them say that UCC is critical, very important to their business. 71% say that they're going to spend more money next year than they spent this year. But of all the projects that Systemhäuser are doing, only 11% of them are UCC. Most of them, this is really small font, but no surprise, most of them are in security, are in PC server infrastructure, networking, storage, software infrastructure, those types of more common things. What this represents, I think, is a pretty huge opportunity. Where we have this large, see, I said pretty huge opportunity. I'm playing into the stereotypes. There is an opportunity here to where we have 75% of these businesses eager to adopt this new technology. 30% of them find it challenging. There's an opportunity for a partnership, an effective partnership, as we deliver these products and services to this market. And I think I want to talk briefly about how vendors and Systemhäuser partner together to deliver technology and application value to end users and organizations. And it really should be a partnership. One of the things I'm most proud of at our time at Jive is about 8 years ago, we built a channel program from scratch. Prior to that, in the Jive business, we had only been selling direct. Growing quite well. I think at the time we were at 50+% annual growth, but in a direct business. And we introduced channel. We hired the right people that understood that market. We built tools to allow for quoting and qualification, and we dialed it in with the channel and partnered to accelerate adoption of unified communication and collaboration. And today, in this part of our business, over 70% of new unified communications and collaboration opportunities inside of LogMeIn come through our channel community. And that's something that we're excited to continue and extend here as we expand these products, as we expand GoToConnect, which some of you saw, as we expand our GoToRoom product, as we expand into these markets. We're excited to partner with the channel community, with the Systemhäuser community on this initiative. because it closes those gaps. Where else are organizations going to find the skills and abilities that they need to supplement that 31% that think they don't have the internal headcount? This is the community. This is where they're going to find it. One example of that approach is a product that we're actually kind of pre-launching here. Don't tell anyone, but we'll launch it on September 16th. It is a turnkey, easy-to-deploy video solution for meeting rooms. We partnered with Dolby. It has some of the best audio quality of any hardware you're ever going to experience. But from a perspective of a group that will either be deploying and supporting or supporting internal IT resources as they deploy and support, it really doesn't get much better than this. These devices, the whole system is pre-configured before it even leaves our facility. We work with you to get the room assignments, to get the information, to link it to calendars to make sure it's all set up. It's all programmed, it ships out, it's plug and play at the user site. Connects to the network, boots up, pulls its provisioning information from our cloud, and is ready to use in about 90 seconds. It's intuitive for users. It integrates with the GoToMeeting and GoToConnect mobile app. That touch screen, tough to see there, but that touch screen walks through users what they need to do. It's calendar integrated so they can walk into a room, start a meeting. But we built this product and we built the go-to-market from a channel-first standpoint. And so our channel partners get full compensation and commission on this product. And from a deployment and a support standpoint, we built it with our channel community in mind. It's an example of what I think a channel-first approach to unified communications and collaboration looks like. We have to think about the entire life cycle. How do we quote it? How do we deploy it? How do we train users on it? And how do we do all that together? So the Systemhaus advantage is one that this group is very familiar with. When channel partners come into opportunities, and this is kind of from the vendor perspective, so how LogMeIn as a vendor thinks about our channel community. When we bring in a Systemhäuser, a Systemhaus, we see increases in customer retention. We see improvements in customer satisfaction. Deployments go better. Customers better understand how to use the tools. And we're better able to, we have more eyes on the ground looking at market trends and overall opportunities. It's a great strength to our business and to our combined go-to-market. From the Systemhaus perspective, partnering with an entity like LogMeIn helps you widen your reach. It adds additional capabilities and products to your portfolio, but in a way that doesn't require you to necessarily be a standalone expert. We're not going to hand you a toolkit and say, thank you very much, have a good life, tell us when you have an order. We partner on it to qualify, to quote, to deploy, and ultimately to support. And from a profitability standpoint, there's a lot of value in being able to monetize every user inside of an organization. If we look at the LogMeIn portfolio as we think about LastPass, as we think about GoToConnect and GoToMeeting and GoToRoom, a lot of opportunities to monetize every user inside that organization by providing each user with the collaboration tool, with the collaboration tools that they need to effectively do their job. LogMeIn has a pretty broad portfolio, so this is, as we kind of close out here, it's not just about unified communications and collaboration. We also have a broad customer engagement and support suite with chatbot, AI-powered chatbots and knowledge base and interactive work in the digital space with Bold 360. And then LastPass, is a password management that we just added a full identity suite around with our no password, or with our recent acquisition there. That also includes Pro and Central and many other products that many of you are known for. It's a great time, whether in Germany or in North America or anywhere else, it's a great time to be a Systemhaus in this market. And LogMeIn is a great partner to work with. We hope you'll join us. We're right outside there, right outside the door. If anyone's interested in more information, we'd love to talk to you after this event. Thanks everyone for coming to this Congress. Thanks for the engagement and the ideas, and good luck this year.
Thank you very much.